Everybody, Andy here again. Well, I was going to make a video today anyway, and about a specific subject, but fortuitously, if that's the correct word, turned onto YouTube this morning and I saw this new idea, this new thing that's going on. Life in a day, the whole idea is, and you've probably seen the videos on the front page, the featured videos. If you don't know, have a look at the YouTube blog. I'll put a link down there. And what it is, it's all about a movie that they're going to make called Life in a Day. It's going to be directed by the director Kevin MacDonald, who did Last King of Scotland, I think, and several other films as well. The executive producer is Ridley Scott, Gladiator, you know, all those movies that he's been involved with. And the idea is that it will be shown at the 2011 Sundance Film Festival. And we all know how good that is as an exposure point, should we say, of Robert Redford and all that type of thing. The whole crux of the matter, the whole point of this is to document life in a day, the 24th of July this year, so you've only got a couple of weeks or so to go. They want people throughout the world to record what they do on their day. Specific things as well. What do you fear? What do you love? Things like that. What's in your pockets, even if you watch the specific videos from the different filmmakers telling you what they would like in it. But they basically just want you to document what you're doing. And this is exactly the sort of thing that I was going to talk about today. I've been watching and reading blogs by a good friend of mine on here, World According to Rich, and I should put a link to him down there. Now, he has recently discovered this year, he's discovered YouTube and social media generally after being a filmmaker for a number of years now. And he's seen the opportunities that this can show us and what it can bring to your life and expand your life and what you can see through this camera, through your computer screen, through the lens or whatever. And for me, it's been fascinating reading some of his blogs, watching his videos, his vlogs as well, and seeing his sort of journey. I actually met him when I was over there in Los Angeles, at a little meetup we had in Santa Monica. So that sort of cemented that sort of friendship and brought that different aspect, you know, bringing the two people together, continents colliding, people from different continents, not cultures so much, but we can do that here as well. And it took me back to that time when I used to talk about these sort of things as well, and the possibilities of what we've got here and everything. But now it's all sort of coming together again. That enthusiasm that's got back into me by reading that's a subject that's always interested me. For anyone who's been a watcher of my videos for any number of months, years or whatever, will know that I've always been interested in this sort of documenting life, the sort of the digital memory bank that we're putting up here. Exactly the sort of thing that Rich is talking about in his videos and blogs as well, but also exactly the sort of thing that they're doing here with this Life in a Day project. If you think about it, they want to create a snapshot of the world in a day. What anybody, the ordinary people, these aren't big movie stars that we're talking about. This isn't something, it's not fiction. Well, hopefully it's not fiction. It should be your real life. I know what I'm going to do because there's something I'm actually going to be doing on that particular day, July the 24th, which is a Saturday, by the way. And something that I've got to do, and there's quite a nice little angle to it, which I can put into there about my life, my year, as well as it happened. So there you go. I say that I think this is fascinating, this whole idea of documenting your life. Rich mentioned in his last blog post about Reneto and what he started doing, and there's so many people have sort of maybe jumped on the YouTube bandwagon all those years ago, 2006 and all that sort of time. So many people have left, fallen by the wayside for very good reasons, for their own personal reasons, but there are still certain people who are there. Three I can name: Nort, who's still making videos now and is actually one of the videos promoting the Life in a Day project. Zipster08, who's still there making the same videos and still making me laugh, and has even resurrected his TL Roth channel as well recently to sort of get back into it, getting it more real, I suppose. He's still sticking to what he believed in as well. And Reneto, yes, he goes away, he comes back, but now he's really into this live streaming project, exactly what this whole thing is about as well. So some thoughts there. I'm going to be doing a bit more of this as well. I've been away from vlogging for a while. That will become clear. I will tell people why, and actually I now will have an opportunity to maybe do a bit more of that live streaming thing as well. I've been writing a few more blogs, and I'll put a link to that down there as well, to my blogs that I post, trying to get into that and say this will hopefully enable me to maybe a bit more open about certain topics. You know, not going to go mad. You know, we had those restrictions. We all have to be sort of fairly careful about what we put out there. I was reading something yesterday about exactly that point, about sometimes you have to be careful what you say, be careful what you put out there. You know, whatever you do in life, especially if you've got a job that you value, a career that you value, you have to be a bit careful. I might be in a position to maybe be a bit more open and honest or whatever, and explore a little bit more about what I do in my world. So there you go, exactly what's going on here. So the Life in a Day project, Rich, Renato, Zipster, all those people, the live streaming, whatever you want to call it, this whole digital memory bank that we're creating here for the future, for ourselves. I do it for myself as well. I make videos. It's great to look back at them, as I have done. I've been here 3.5, well, actually nearly 4 years now. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say. And you look back at some of those and it takes you back to things that you've forgotten about. It makes you remember aspects, sometimes things you might not want to remember, but quite often things you've actually forgotten about, and it's quite a pleasant memory. Like looking back through a photo album, you think, oh yeah, this is a moving photo album, a video photo album, and you can actually solve a few arguments you might be having with your wife or fact, we did that on that date. No, we didn't, but there's the video. That's actually happening there. So there's more to it than just recording things. You might think this is throwaway, and a lot of it is throwaway, but things that we throw away now quite often become far more important in the future. Just look at those things that people buy and sell on eBay or something, things that you threw away all those years ago, and now people are selling them, making money. And how often have you seen these things featured on the TV or in the media and say, oh, I used to have one of them, I wish I kept it, whether it be a vinyl record, whether it be an old bicycle that you used to have, an old football or whatever, playing card, you know, those cards you used to collect, anything like that, you threw it away. We have a record here of those things. We might think that life's gone, but it's still here. That life in a day will still be there tomorrow, and the next day, and a year's time, or 4 years' time in my case. There you go. So, yes, this is something that I'm interested in. I'm certainly going to get involved in this Life in a Day project. A lot of people I know will turn around and say, oh, it's YouTube, it'll be the same old people. Maybe it will, but they do want ordinary people. And even the supposed YouTube celebrities on it, they were ordinary people. Well, they certainly were ordinary people when they started making the videos, like myself and like you. So you can do it. You can be in the Sundance Movie Festival. Possibly. You might end up on the cutting room floor like me, but at least you're given the chance to have a go, and it's just you being yourself. Anyway, thanks for your time. I'll speak to you again soon.